Hello there, Matthew Miller. Yes, day 28, and it's Earth Day, and here on this blog I'd just like to start with this nice autumn leaf here in New Zealand, because we're in the southern hemisphere, and on the northern hemisphere it will be spring. Yes, the reason why I'll be speaking, because here's my view. Yeah, nature has given us a immune system, and it is well established. Nature's law is well established. He gives us a immune system, and and it's always perfect. And that's my view in God, is nature. And the law of natural law is that do no harm, and whatever you bring upon others shall be done back onto you, and treat others the way you want to be treated. That's the golden rule, people. And yes, here in New Zealand, people are just putting up with this extended lockdown, and you know, I bet she's gonna try to keep it a little for as long as they can, try to get this lockdown as long as they can, try to wreck the economy here in New Zealand. Do you know that our Prime Minister here in New Zealand, Jacinda Ardern, she's a communist. I mean a communist. She doesn't really care about New Zealand. She doesn't care about you people. She wants to wreck the economy and put us in a communist dictatorship. And that's what it is. And she's using the coronavirus to push their agenda. And yes, you can't let a good crisis go to waste. Yeah. And of course, that coronavirus, and you can I actually have watched a video about the UK nurse speaking out, and she actually explains why it's just a incretin or something, and it goes on there. And I heard that the coronavirus was actually the same as the incretin, and she has gone through all that as well, and she's on YouTube, and which I'm probably will try to go through the video to explain all that. And that's just to let you know that all that coronavirus stuff, COVID-19, it's all set up for the global elite's agenda. They want to bring in a global government, they want to bring in the cashless society, they want to roll out the 5G so they can bring in the social credit score. And of course they've been using the climate change scare as their agenda, and I went out what's up with that. And yes, it's 50 years since the Earth Day was created, 50 years, and in 2030 it's going to make it as 60 years. And with the Agenda 2030, it's actually Agenda 21 on steroids. And well, people, it's that we gotta start helping each other. Social distancing is never going to help as well. It's time that we're just going to say, nah, we're going to just start hugging, start shaking hands, and start kissing or something, no. And it's just going to be business as usual. We're just going to just have a community, enjoy ourselves, people, because people, we can't just keep putting up with it. Because the more you put up with it, you're just going to put in more new laws. And then yes, I'm going to get back with this nurse that's around the UK, and yes, she's and she's a nice, lovely lady. She was brave, speaked out, and which I'm going to show you on YouTube. And yes, and there's also a video from David Icke, but unfortunately it's been taken off on YouTube as well, because it's been speaking about 5G so it's causing the coronavirus, and it's just making people sick. And because the reason because they're trying to cover up, they don't want people speaking out. And the good news is we got the internet, and we can actually look at the data and look at some info, lot of people, I ain't gonna show you that video on YouTube as well, and also the article from what's up with that. And say that 50 years of our prediction, because the climate change was used as a scare to try to scare us into submission to accepting global government. That's what it's all about. Global governments, people, and Jacinda Ardern is there to accomplish their plan. That's what she's there for. And if you're told that she's the most effective leader, she isn't. She tries to take away our freedom of speech here in New Zealand, our freedom of speech, and a right to our own opinion. She tries to, yet she's been trying to take that away. Or she's probably been passing new laws to try to say, well, if you dare say those things, it's hate speech. That's what I mean. She tries to take away our guns, push their climate agenda. She probably had passed the zero carbon bill, and that abortion, though, that a woman can abort their baby up to birth, and it is so gruesome. And there's a video from Ontario, I can't even pronounce his name, but I will put a link down there below, which I probably will show you that as well. And if we are going to have any hope for New Zealand, though, we need to wake up. Yeah, and I am going to show you some videos on YouTube so I can go through them as well, and it's probably time that I need to stop right here and go on to the video that I'm about to show now, and let's get to that. Yes, this is the nurse that I was talking about as well, so let's just sit back and see what she's got to say. And she talks about exosome, viruses, and let's just see what she's got to say first.
About an exosome. You look at my rubbish drawing here. Exosomes. I hope you can see this. That's supposed to be a cell, and that's an exosome, and that's supposed to be a skull and crossbone. When toxins are in your body, your cells, they don't want those toxins to go through the cell membrane and into that cell because they'll kill it. So this fantastic body that nature, God created, doesn't make mistakes like that.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah, nature, God makes it perfect. It made it all perfect. It doesn't make mistakes. Exactly.
That's what it does. Well, it does make mistakes in some things, but it gets rid of it. What it does is those little exosomes, they come out of the cell, right out the cell, and they suck up, like a little sponge, all the toxins. And on them, they have a little lock. And guess what's got the key to match that lock? Your immune cells. So they suck up all the toxins, head off to your immune cells to deal with it. So when you are really toxic, your body releases 2 to 3 specific exosomes any one time to get rid of that, to stop them going in the cell. And then you get better. That's what happens. So when you're sick, you release all your immune cells, go to work, your temperature goes up, fluids, your nose runs, your eyes run, you get a cough, all this happens, sputum. So exosomes are part of your immune system. And exosomes and virus, remember, Dr. James Hidreth, an absolute expert in virology, said that they're the same. In fact, let me read you his exact statement, because it's worth reading. I think it's always good to hear an exact statement from an expert. An expert in virology literature as well, lots of publications. The virus is fully an exosome in every sense of the word. The virus is fully an exosome in every sense of the word. Now let's look at exosome again. I know you're getting this. Exosome is exactly the same size as the COVID-19, and it has the ACE2.
Yeah, exactly the same as COVID-19, people. There it is. She has shown you that. Well, and just go back a little bit so you can sort of understand it a bit.
Size as the COVID-19, and it has the ACE2 receptor on both of them. They're one and the same, and the test that they did for it didn't look to purify and visualize the virus, no, which would be the exosome. They looked at the RNA. I know you're getting it. So going back here, what would make these exosomes come out of your cells? This is interesting. Toxins. That would be toxic air, toxins in your food, toxins in your environment. That's what you put on your skin. Toxins in the water. Toxins can also be electromagnetic field. Stress and fear. How many people are terrified running around with masks on? And let me just tell you something. These exosomes are so small, they go through your mask, so your mask's pointless. Cancer. Cancer makes exosomes come out. Injuries. Any injuries. Asthma. Immune responses. Infection and diseases all will make the exosomes come out of your cells. And those exosomes are there to stop the toxins going in. If they don't, the toxins go in, your cell dies.
And that's it. And you have it, people. I know I can sure show you more, but that's all I got really to say for this video. Now, I thought I wouldn't bring this up on Earth Day, but this is just something important that I need to show you. And when you do know something in that though, and you know you gotta share it. And this is what it's all about. So now back to what I guys do, Earth Day. Yes, after watching the news, and yes, she really brought out some good info about COVID-19, and to know that the exosome is the same as COVID-19. So no, it's the immune system, no, they want to tell it, oh, it's COVID-19. Well, back to the Earth Day stuff as well. Earth Day 50, none of the doomsday prediction has come true. So making all those doomsday predictions, none of it ever came true. None. None ever came true. Yes, source orientation storage surf, large extent increased by 30%, extreme bottom has halved, and air pollution declined sharply because we came up with better technology. It's going to actually make air cleaner with all the scrubbers in it though. Only thing that comes out is water and carbon dioxide out of those coal power plants though. And yeah, and this is from what's up with that as well. And now listen, look at Greenland. Greenland had gained 27 gigatons of snow and ice in the past 5 days alone. MSS silent. And of course, our mainstream news will remain silent on that because it's not part of the narrative. They only go with the narrative. But me, I'm just my independent media, and I can just cover what I like, and that's the awesome thing about it. And I can choose to do a video any times I please. So, and look at all the Greenland. Look at that. Wow. And to see more gains than lost. And look at that. Wow. But the mainstream news, they will never show that. Never. And let's move to climate change news as well. well, normally you probably wouldn't get much of that since, yeah, because he hasn't been paying much attention as well. And it says why CO2 readings hadn't dropped during lockdown. And they're going to probably wonder why. And why recycling is so difficult. Well, let's go to that. Plastic horrible habits. Plastic products that gets recycled on this. Well, there's ways of recycling plastic. Turn it into fuel or make it into 3D filament. There's probably ways of doing that. And you can find, and it's on YouTube as well. You can look it up, it's there. And of course, they want to go with the Paris Agreement. They're not going to let it go, they're just going to try to go along. It's just going to be extremely difficult to achieve as well. And the climate minister, James Schwartz, the totalitarian prick, yet he wants to try to cut emission below 2005 levels. Yet, and you gotta know that's never about the environment yet, because it's all part of the communist agenda. They're trying to keep the globe temperature under 2 degrees, or ideally 1.5, to give humanity the best possible of avoiding the costly impact of climate change. Virtually all governments agree, countries all agree, because they're all signed into the agreement. And it's, man, all that climate stuff is never an issue. Never. And the main driver of climate change is the sun. Yes, it is the sun. And let's look at the sun on space weather. And today there's currently no sunspots. And suns, they do go in cycles, and when the sun's not active, the earth cools down, but when the sun is pretty active, it warms up. And to know that, yeah, cycle 25 started. The hollow sphere current has flattened. That means the cycle, that means cycle 24 is over, and now we're in cycle 25, and yep. And yet there it is there, and still yet to be determined how many spotless days. Well over 1,000 days. Wow. It's almost getting close to 3 years. Yes, well, 3 years. And you know that an average years in a cycle is usually 11. Usually. Sometimes it can be shorter or longer, but it's usually 11. So let's go to Himalaya. And yes, sometimes seeing Himalayas, they hard to see it for the first time in 3 years because all the factories shut down and the air had cleared, and yeah, it's always nice to see something like that for the first time. It's always nice. Yeah. And they say, yeah, let's look at the CO2 readings. And they actually have that here. Look at that. And let's look at the biggest climate movements and farmers. And yes, all the brainwashed people. And they are using children to push the movement because we are not buying into the lie. Yeah, and it says all ET, and of course all the factories are shut down as well, but like pollution in China is a real issue. The reason why they shut down because it's Wuhan there. Well, people, I hope you actually enjoyed this birthday. And to let them know that, people, it is the sun. It is not CO2. It is not you. It is the sun. And that is the good news, people. But the climate actors were just trying to scare you, though. Just the one thing is, let's just try to ignore those people and I'll cover the news and cover the absurdity and to know that yes, there are some environmental issues as well, and we want to get to this though, and please let's cut with this climate change stuff. It is not much to worry about, and yes, it does have effect on the agriculture system. It does, and but it has nothing to do with CO2. So let's just cut the crap and let's just get to the real issue that is likely facing us, and it is facing us now. Let's just get to that. And please cut with this doomsday prediction. It's just, it never came true, never. And nor the world's ever going to end in 2030. We'll, probably after 2030, we will still be there. Humanity will still be there. So, but the climate activists will just try and scare us because they want this one world government as well. That's what the globalists want as well. So this is all I gotta say for now. And I can say this once. It is the sun. It is not CO2. It is not you. It is the sun. This is Matthew Miller signing off, over and out.